I'm really sorry, guys, but apparently my internet went off. My broadcast ended. I am not positive where to pick up. I do believe I have sound and everything. I think my internet dropped for a second and it disconnected my stream. And then when the internet picked up, it didn't restart the stream. And it didn't notify me. Again, new program. I need to figure out if there's an alert system of some sort that will allow me to do that. So as you can see, I'm like on my page trying to see if it's even working. If y'all let me know, what was the last thing that you saw? Did you see Charles here? Where did I lose you? Because I do apologize. I looked over and saw the chat was there. Everything was updating when you were talking, and I hadn't seen anybody say that anything stopped. So you know what? I'm going to go here because I don't know where we stopped, guys. Should I? We caught the announcement for Sam. Yes, hopefully. I'm hoping. Um, you haven't seen anything at all this whole time. Can you see me now? Well, you can see me now. All right, then I will have one hell of a time redoing this, I guess. All right. Start over. I shall. We will pretend that was a practice run, and it's really good to do from time to time. Can you see Ed? Can you see Ed there? He's having a tired time. Uh, so I yeah, start over. Sure, okie dokie, we'll do that. I have no idea if this is going to end up being two different streams, and I'm gonna have to cut out the whole front or what. We are excited for Sam Jan. We all really are. It's funny because that's where I'd gotten to. I don't understand. It was just the screen. Oh, geez. All right, fine. I'm going to start from the beginning, and I apologize. I have no idea why that was. I have no idea. I have no idea. I hate new programs and trying to get used to them when I'm doing things that I'm very, very used to doing by now. Starting over. Hi, and very and a very happy Tuesday to you. It is now 12:30, so hopefully people who were miss can't always miss the first half hour could catch the whole thing because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We're going to start with a behind the scenes because I love to start with those when I can. Point Blank 1959 shares this. Ed Spillier's totally whacked behind the scenes after Stephen Bonnet's exertions at Ocracoke. I I would be tired too. Let's just say Stephen Bonnet had a very busy time. And Ed, we know these characters, the actors have to work so hard to bring their show to us. So this is not a surprising image. He's exhausted. The sand's got to be kind of relaxing. He's leaned up against the upturned boat. So that's got to be comfortable. Okay, fantastic, Kathy. Thank you for letting me know. And that is just one more new thing for me to figure out that goes wrong when I do this. It's fun. This is a really great picture. This is fun. I enjoy this. And I get so few pictures of Ed. And with my daughter's birthday present of going to the Las Vegas convention in for Star Trek, we sometimes see Ed. So it'll be kind of cool if I can, nerd out on him in multiple ways. I also saw this really cool share from Outlander and Forever, or Now and Forever. While taking a tour yesterday at Sony Picture Studios, I ran into two old friends. These costumes are stunning. So yeah, now they've got a little marker there so people can go, oh, these are from Outlander. Because obviously, you and I, we don't need a marker. We see that and we know exactly what episode it's from, who's wearing it, what's being said. And we've got the entire Frasier ensemble that Sam wore as Jamie on his wedding day. And of course, Katrina's incredible gown. The mannequin is a little more comfortable than Katrina was wearing it because both of them had to be very stiff. And walking was hard. I love the story that she had kind of like a thing on a golf cart that she had to stand on and ride in like the Pope so that she could go from one place to the other because she could not walk. She could not move. That wasn't happening. So yeah, that was interesting little piece of information we got from learning more about the show. Just have a second. I'm just double checking to make sure that I am online and firm because I have no idea how to tell otherwise. Graham McTavish shares this. Those lovely people at Amazon are apparently doing an insane Kindle deal for Clanlands in New Zealand. From today until June 6th, if you've already read the books, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, what are you waiting for? The truth about our trip will be revealed. And so you can get the new Clanlands here on sale for now at Amazon, again, until the 6th. And if you need an extra copy, somehow wore out your first one, need one purely for autographs, would like to give one to a friend, here's the time to get one. I think that would be fantastic idea. It's always good to have a backup of a good book because things happen and you'd be really upset when they do. Also have this fantastic video. I am also having another issue, so we're gonna pretend that I'm going to be able to mute and unmute myself. It worked great the first time that it didn't work. Charles Van de Site shares this though. Charles Vandervaart discusses Outlander season 7, William Ransom, and music with Monica 1236 in this old new interview recorded during promos for Outlander 7. And we have seen quite a few pieces of this interview. But there's always pieces we have not watched yet. This is one, and his entire quote is over here. Let's just hear what Charles has to say from the kid himself.
A bit overwhelming in the beginning because I think William is super overwhelmed as well. I don't even have to do any acting. I've been saying it's hilarious. I think William is like the most confused character in Outlander. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know what time travel is. There's like all of these things happening around him that just don't make any sense out of context. And William is the one person that doesn't have any of the context.
He's like the poor guy. Now that you said that, that's like left out. Like I just realized, like there's one person in a group that doesn't know. Like you're like the one person that doesn't know.
I am, and everyone's looking at me and I'm like, why is everyone looking at me? And they all know the secret that I don't know, and more than one secret. Like, oh my gosh. You know what? Maybe it was a good thing that it was a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, it's true because, like, all right, first, obviously, there's the entire time travel secret that Jamie knows, Claire knows, obviously, that my brain is always going to do this. Marta knows, and now, of course, young Ian knows, Brianna knows, Roger knows. Lord John doesn't know about the time travel, but he definitely knows about the other big secret in William's life, which is that Jamie is his biological father. So, I mean, there's a bunch of just crazy stuff that I could understand it sort of worked on making it easier for him to act overwhelmed and unsure about what the heck was going on because he's the new guy on set. And William's just thrown into some interesting situations that test him in season 7. It was really well done. Adore Charles. You know how I feel about Charles. To have an amazing announcement about Sam, though. Just checking to make sure we are still... What? Where did she go? Micah, did I go somewhere? Where did she go? Am I gone? I'm going to be very irritated. Just in case I'm still here, I'm going to keep going. Again, everything says I'm on. Outlander Online shares this one from Deadline. Scotlander Sam Heughan will star as the murderous tyrant in Macbeth, marking his debut with the Royal Shakespeare Company. And he tells Deadline that returning to the stage for the first time in 12 years is the drug I'm looking for. Read the full article in their stories. I will do my best to find that, but we've got a couple of things here that if I'm... Yay, I am here. Okay, all right. All right. Oh, wait. My God, I know you know. Yeah, you're here. Are we talking to me? I have no idea. Outlander Online did share this, though. Breaking Bad's Outlander Sam Heughan set for murderous reign as Macbeth in the Royal Shakespeare Company debut. And there's an article by Deadline featured here, thanks to Outlander Online. It says the actor who has cropped his locks for the role is excited to be treading the boards again now that filming is complete on the 8th and final season of the time-traveling drama Outlander, in which he plays the dashingly charming Jamie Fraser, who finds true love with Claire, played by Katrina Balfe. So now we have the mystery of the cut hair, all shaved basically. We have that solved finally. I am going to check one thing real quick and make sure that that looks like I'm here. Okay. And so now we all know that's why he has this haircut that we've all kind of. I wonder if it has been, though, helpful for him to be, kind of go undercover, not be recognized every single place he goes. All right. Macbeth, to be directed by Diana Reggett, will begin performances at RCS's The Other Place studio venue at Stratford upon Avon on October 9, running through December 6th. I was looking for something that would really excite me. I've been doing Outlander for 11 years, and obviously it was brilliant, but I wanted something else, says Heughan. And I wanted the RCS to see Edward II there. I went to RCS to see the Edward II there and just felt that buzz. I sat in the auditorium and I felt that excitement, sort of that churn in my stomach as the lights went down. And I was like, yeah, this is the drug I'm looking for. And it's terrifying, and I think it's a good thing to be scared again. So I'm excited for him on that because, you want to be scared. You want to be challenged to be happy about going to work the next day. It is very, it can be very annoying for certain folks when you are doing the exact same thing, such a comfortable thing. So I'm glad that he is excited. We're excited to see that he's doing something he wants to do. Yeah, this is just all very cool. I'm very happy for him, and hopefully some of us will get a chance to go check him out. Yeah. All right. Sam Heughan shares this one himself. If anybody could just give me a thumbs up and make sure that sound is still coming through and y'all can see the pictures, that would be great. Give me a thumbs down if you can't. Sam Heughan, at age 18, standing on the main stage of the Royal Lyceum, Edinburgh, played Spear Carrier Number 2, essentially a glorified extra. In a production of Macbeth, I could only dream of one day playing the infamous title character. It feels full circle to be returning to the stage after over a decade working primarily in television and film. Not only is Macbeth my favorite Shakespearean play, intense, immediate, and unsettling. Thank you, Cynthia. It's those little perks that are the confidence boosters that I need. Not only it happens to be famously Scottish, the RSC has always been at the pinnacle of my ambition, and I feel deeply honored and thankful to be working alongside some enormously talented and creative people. The Other Place is the perfect space to create an intense, intimate production. And like Lady M, we will be calling upon the spirits of the RSC's highly acclaimed past production for their blessing. See you in Stratford upon Avon. That is very cool. And he's doing a little ad for the RSC, and we can see him. Kathy asked if I recognize the woman. I feel like I should. But it's not as clear of a picture. I'm going to go back here, and it's too small. It's really hard for me to tell. I feel like I'm going to go look up the name and see if I see her filmography and see if I recognize her. But it's very possible because I watch way too much British television. Forever Sassenach. Let's go back to the time to see this hilarious post from 2021. It's a little long, but it goes kind of with the Clanlands announcement about it being on sale on Amazon. So I figured, what the heck? Who doesn't love a good excuse to listen to these two?
Now? I don't know. But it says we're telling your followers that you started a live video.
Oh, so it's on, right. Oh, God.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
Right.
Well, if we're live, then hello to everyone.
Yes, hello. Hello. We're having a glass of wine.
We are. We're in a jungle.
Yes. In my garden.
This is Graham's new garden, which he's actually bought with the proceeds of the last book.
That is so not true.
It's not true.
That is not true. What an outrage. Anyway.
Yes. Anyway.
Back to the case.
Why are we
point.
here?
We're here to talk about our new book.
Yes.
Clanlands, the Almanac.
Almanac. Now, what is an almanac?
Well, I was hoping you were going to actually tell me.
I thought it was a drink.
Yes, or something to keep out the rain.
Yes. Yes.
I was just, I better put my almanac on.
Yes, I'll have a glass of almanac.
Yes, it does sound like a sort of Gallic kind of. You can't beat the taste of almanac. No, we have a new book, and it's called Clanlands the Almanac, and it's a seasonal tour through Scotland over 12 months, because that's how many months are in a year.
Ah,
There you go.
yes, with lots of interesting anecdotes.
Some of them very embarrassing, actually.
Some of them not so interesting. There's facts about clans, there's regions, there's mountains.
Mountains, yes.
Whiskey, a lot of whiskey.
Whiskey, famous and infamous Scots, infamous, and what else? Fauna,
yes. And each month we basically celebrate, things that happen. There's a hurricane. There's a hurricane happening. We celebrate things that happen in Scotland for that month. So whether it's the month of January, or obviously we have Hogmanay and we celebrate the new year, or there's other months where it's my birthday in April.
terrible.
So we hope you guys enjoy the book. When is it out, Graham?
November the 9th, this year. November the 9th, 2021, which is the year that we are in now.
That's this year,
Yeah.
November the 9th.
And we are, unlike last year, we're actually going to be able to do some live signings, which I am extremely excited about.
Will you sign my book for me?
So childish.
Also an audiobook.
And an audiobook. Yes, we're going to be doing another audiobook. We are going to be trapped in some kind of sweaty box together for many hours.
I feel like we should do the audiobook here, a glass of wine.
That would be very civilized, actually.
It would be lovely, wouldn't it?
We could suggest it.
This might be the first
my
time we've
garden.
drank wine on camera together. It's normally whiskey, isn't it?
Yes, that's true. I was about to say, it's not the first time we've drunk wine together, because that would be an outright lie.
That was a lie.
That
Much
would be-
like most of the book is an outright lie. No, that's not true. It's, there's a lot
But
of...
your bits might be a lie.
Yeah. No, we had great fun.
Brutally honest.
We had great fun writing this one. And,
We did, actually.
I think we've learned some things from the first
Big
book.
words.
Big words. And also there's a lot more insight as well. Also into Men in Kills. There's a bit more insight into
Yes,
that.
we talk. Actually, that's very true. We do talk about the filming of Men in Kills, which is a show that we did, in case you didn't watch it.
So, November the 9th, Clanlands Almanac. You can pre-order now if you go to clanlandsbook.com.
Yes.
And what else do we need to tell you?
It's coming out, first of all, Barnes & Noble are carrying it in the United States, Waterstones in the UK, Amazon, and there will be the usual,
It will be available in all good bookstores, hopefully.
yes, and in all good languages.
That's if we don't get blown away.
Yes.
We hope you enjoy the book.
And look, we're practically wearing matching colours.
We are. We do live together now, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We actually do. We're it's very beautiful, and we're not ashamed to talk about it now.
Start of a beautiful relationship. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. And enjoy the book. We'll see you all soon.
You will.
Now, how do I stop this
I
thing?
don't know. Don't ask me how.
Okay, now it works. Okay, now it works. Sorry about that. I did catch myself pretty quick. Yeah, these two crack me up. That is too silly. I don't even. Yeah, using live software, like they're trying to remember, are they online, and then like how to stop. When you are new to it, it's very, very aggravating. I don't Insta very often, and at the end of it, there's always a like to post your video, do this. Except it just sort of sticks on that page after I've chosen everything. There's always something weird, and it takes me a few tries to get it up. And obviously using brand new software where I'm used to the other software working a certain way, even though I wasn't perfect at using it, it usually ran a certain way. This one wants me to push like 3 extra buttons to say start, and I'm not appreciating that. That's all I can say. So I sorry for the moment of silence there. We all were hoping for our own new Clanlan's book, but we just got the old ones to choose from. Again, that sale, so it sort of had something to do with this one. I'm gonna move on because I do have more stuff. I had some throwback pictures of Sam that I really enjoyed, shared by Point Blank 1959. It says Sam the biker from his first Harley Davidson in 2021 to the awful machine that was Graham's terror in Men in Kilts 1. And then on to the custom design Triumph Scrambler 4, or trying out Odd Bikes 5 and 6. Sam Heughan, Instagram via Anna Good Burlette. Oh, that's a cool name. I like that one. And here we got a nice picture here of him on his bike in black and white with the helmet on. Helmets are very important. So nice, sweet. I will say that I know that Sam and I have at least one thing in common that's the same. I love a good Harley too. Most of the bikes I've ever ridden on have been Harleys or an offshoot of Harley, like owned by Harley. But yeah, most have been Harleys because don't you love Harley? Yes, I do. So this is beautiful and this is hilarious. My daughter really wants my husband to buy a bike because he used to have one when he was younger, and we're all like, "You're not gonna ride on it." And then we were like, we can maybe get you a sidecar. And now she's all for it again. Oh, yay, I want to. She thinks she's going to have like her own room that's sitting beside a bike riding along. It's a nice bike. That was from his, when he was raising money for blood cancer. No, this was for men's cancer, of cancers that affect men. And he was doing the right. Isn't that right? I think so. I recognize the bow tie more than anything else. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah. Oh, Cynthia, hon, I hope that you are feeling better. That's terrible. I'm sorry. At least you were able to keep some food down. Okay, good. I will tell you something real quick while I'm going through these pictures. My daughter got sick the night before my son's wedding. She's on a bunk bed or one of those loft beds, and she was up there and got ill. No bucket, and the floor had a splatter, so Mommy had fun that morning, and we were not positive we'd be able to go to his wedding. He's so pretty. That's a nice bike, too. Oh, my gosh. All right, long story short, that was the only time she was ill. We think she just had a little too much at the rehearsal dinner the night before, and, yeah. You know what's funny? There was a time where I had a black leather jacket, and then when I was friends with quite a few folks who were bikers and been to, anybody been to Wetzel? We could have some Wetzel discussions. Anywho, yeah, so this is great. This is great. I do have one more, and this is our challenge for the day. I have my answer. It came to me very quickly. This is not something I thought about for a long time. If you are a fan of Outlander, Sam Jamie is still here, has a challenge for you. In the beginning, she didn't want him to carry her. That is their sentence. The overall general question is, prove in one sentence that you've watched Outlander. I don't need a sentence. I need 4 words. Or 2 words. I'm going to start with Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ. And I'm just going to end it with honeypot. And that's all I'm going to go with. I think Sassenach is a little too obvious. I mean, if anybody goes Sassenach and that's it. But I'm going to go with that. I hope that you enjoy this. And I would like to hear your challenge answers below. I appreciate your patience while I am trying to figure out this new program. It's actually the same program I used to record, but I've never used it to stream because the capabilities it has are a little bit more minimal, and it has too many requirements to start. So it's just going to take me a while to get used to this new program. I appreciate your patience while I do. After I get back from our family vacation to Arizona that ends in Las Vegas for my daughter's birthday celebrations, because her birthday's actually this month, but her birthday celebrations, I think my next big investment is going to be a new mic. It's caused more trouble. It doesn't like to keep its settings on my computer, and more often than not, I'm pretty sure it is the root cause of many of my audio issues. Not my inability to use this new program. It has nothing to do with it. But like the wire comes very loose. It doesn't always sit properly here. Yeah, and some of the buttons that are used are oddly placed. It's way too easy to accidentally go mute or whatnot. At any rate, that's my plan for the future. For those of you who are now corner companions or VIP members, I really, really appreciate that because the consistent coming in does help me upgrade things when necessary, when I get downtime enough to actually do it. And that is probably going to be the next thing I do. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go over to the comments that hopefully aren't saying, Katie, we still can't hear you. We got a Dinafesh. You guys are nice. Thank you so much. Stacy, the Easy Rider. Yes, the Easy Rider is a really good bike. Not necessarily my favorite. I do not like low riders. I don't want to put my arms in the air and wave them like I don't care. Hi Katie, I took? Okay. Cool. My dad is a tall, red-headed Scot from the 18th century. Yeah, that's totally fine. Oh, that's a great sentence. Okay, you took mine. I got it. Yeah. All right, we got some good sentences. Go ahead and fill some down below if you're seeing this later. We're coming up with sentences. And Happy Rock Publishing sent a Katie's Corner in Space a gift membership. Oh, you figured out how to make it work. Fantastic. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so the algorithm of YouTube will figure out who to give that to. I do not have a choice in it. That is so nice of you, Cynthia. Thank you so much because I still can't get the damn thing to come up on mine. I don't know why it doesn't like me. I will actually, let me go check one more time. See if it can. Nope. I still get stickers and super chats and no gifting. Fantastic. So for some reason, I can't do it. I know I have it turned on. I will make myself crazy some more. It just sounds like a great plan. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thanks for your continued patience while I try to pretend I know what I'm doing when we all know I just don't. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I totally understand if you give it a thumbs down. I will not get upset. But if you are willing to give it a shot, take a shot on me again, please hit the notifications bell and the subscription button so you'll know when I have new videos that come out. Sometime. YouTube is terrible at saying she's going live now, which is why I have this handy dandy schedule here. If you'd like to see more of this, please do check out this schedule. I try to keep it fairly updated. No movie tomorrow night. This is for next week. We're going to be talking about Belfast, and on the 11th. So keep that in mind. If you want to be a part of that discussion, I am now taking requests to be in the Belfast discussion. All right. So just send me an email, katie@katiescornerinspace.com. That address is below in the description. And it's always first come, first serve. I don't think anybody has claimed a spot yet at all. If you did, send me an email and tell me that. But I'm fairly sure that it's all open at 3 spots if you want to talk about Katrina Balfe. And I believe it's on Peacock right now at the very least. I'll go check and see if there are any other streamers as well, but I know it was on Peacock just the other day because I was like, cool, I can rewatch it. Anyway, and then of course, I do have an update for my GoFundMe. All of the memberships right now and all of the super thanks that come from lives or from regular streams will go into the booty for this when I get my regular payments from YouTube, which usually happen around the 21st of the month. There's also a GoFundMe if you're wanting to help me get closer to getting my vehicle. As I said, I should have a slight influx of money coming soon. I was about 3 hours behind of my schedule yesterday because the video was so long I had to cut it in half. And so I did not get to glaze my paintings. However, I have the whole afternoon free today. I just have to fix one thing for a friend. And then I should be able to get to my paintings. Actually, I should do it the other way around. At any rate, so I should have those posted. If not later tonight, then tomorrow, because I do need to wait for them to set enough for me to lay them up for a picture. And yeah, so check out my Etsy here now for these wonderful pins that are Outlander related if you want to help. And thank you again to Pat for joining us. And oh, did you do that twice? Or am I seeing double? Did you send a second gift membership? Cynthia. Okay. Okay, no, you didn't. It was just me, my thing looking double. Okay, cool. Let's not be silly. I'm glad you got it to work. I'm done. I'm done. Are we all done? I think I'm done. I think I am all done. Oh no, there was one more thing again. And my daughter, because I said it at the beginning, but nobody heard it. My daughter would like to do a chat with everybody who would like to come and have a chat. This is not going to be streamed. I will be there. If anybody would like to have a chat with my daughter, it will not be tomorrow because I didn't realize she has another obligation. She's such a busy, busy child with such a busy social calendar. She will be too busy tomorrow to join us. However, if you would be available on Thursday at 3 o'clock. We will be here again. I will post a link on the community by tomorrow at the very least, if not tonight. Just every time I'm done with like 5 themes, I'm like, whew, I have a couple of days. And then a friend says, can you redo this for me? I don't have the original file, so you kind of have to Photoshop a whole lot of things. So I'm going to do that. And then, of course, there's the paintings. And then there's a bunch of pins I have to make and donate to something else. And yeah. If you have time, if you would like some other Outlander information, don't worry, there are other videos. I did post 2 tomorrow, and of course there was our chat last night, which I think the audio worked, except for it was a little quiet at the beginning because something keeps resetting things, and I'm pretty sure it's this guy. At any rate, check those out if you're looking for more Outlander information. Of course, no matter what video, you'll be stuck with my craziness, and so that means I will, of course, see you there. And I'm going to end the video part of the video. There you go. If you'd like to hear a little something extra. I thought I had something. I did have something. Now I forget what it is. All right. Anyway, I'll have to share it another time. Go forth. Enjoy your Tuesday. Accomplish something good. Enjoy the weather if you are finally getting decent weather like I am. I got in 11,000 steps yesterday. I've already got 10,400 today. If I do my walks in the morning, it just makes the day a lot easier on myself. And it was finally warm enough for me to go do it at a reasonable time in the morning. Okay, life's little victories. This counts. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for your patience. Have a really great day. I will see you again tomorrow for a regular video, as long as more interesting things happen with our Outlander folks for me to share. All right, love you all. Thank you so much to everybody, and we'll see you guys again